So welcome everybody again, and just let's take some time to close our eyes and come inward. I'll keep my eyes open for a bit to make sure no one's typing anything. Just starting to feel a sense of ground in your body, in your breath. Starting to feel the sense of the earth holding us underneath our seat. Feeling the weight of your sit bones. Whether you're sitting cross-legged on the floor or on a chair, just sensing into 3 points of contact. In biodynamic work, we work a lot with 3 points, which is our breath, our seat, and our feet. The anchoring of our seat on the earth. The anchoring of our feet contacting Mother Earth. And then finding anchor inside your own breath. Breath. That mystery of life that is breathing you. You might want to wiggle your toes a little bit so to feel the feet. Feeling the inside of the feet. The living, breathing tissue, bones, tendons, ligaments of the feet. This beautiful gift of spirit giving us life in a body. Feel that spirit alive in your feet. And the absolute gift of that. Wow. Feel that no matter what happened in our life, we are here inside the bones, the fleshy parts of our feet, contacting the earth. Feel the joy of being inside the feet. You know, like little babies, where it's like a playful pleasure to realize they even have feet. Can you feel that? The giddy excitement of, wow, I'm here in a body. Let those toes just wiggle a little bit. Feeling the toes alive. Feeling breath inside the feet. Letting some audible exhales. Those of you who are sitting in a chair, feeling the length and the long bones of your legs. And if they're cross-legged, still feeling the long bones of the legs. And how that living, breathing life is descended into your form. Incredible. Feel that, the mystery that has us here. We didn't actually have to do anything but go for the ride, and our body formed. Then embryological force, a mystery of a life. We call it in biodynamics the breath of life. The breath of life. that formed us. It was movement of spiralic water that grew these bodies. Sense into how the bones carry the spiralic, watery intelligence inside of them. The depth of presence inside the bone marrow. The fluid, scientifically proven to contain light photons inside your bones. Feel that. Don't have to do anything for that gift. We don't have to go anywhere. Sensing how your hands are landed on your lap. How the hands are landing on your body. And the same thing with feeling inside the feet. Feel inside the hands. And the bones of the hands. The bones of the hands. Maybe wiggling the fingers a little bit. And exploring like you are that baby. Because on some level we are always that prenate newborn, exploring life for the first time. Being with your precious self that is here. Like newborn souls for the first time on planet Earth. It's an interesting time on Earth right now. But how can we stay in the curiosity of simply being here? Simply being here. Feet, seat, breath. Feeling down into the long bones of the legs and down into the feet. Feeling breath breathing down through the legs. And my seat breathing in contact with the earth. Somewhere in my body, I know that my bones and the earth are one. And that when the earth breathes, my bones breathe. Feeling the weight of your seat in contact with the earth. Take up residency in your own seat, like nobility. Just you, the gift of the divine that has been given to you, taking up residency in your own seat. Noble and dignified. Just by the simple means of receiving your own self, the essence and presence of you. Coming into connecting with the pelvic floor, feeling how there's a diaphragm of the pelvic floor. This beautiful, living, breathing, mobile pelvic floor. It's fascial tissue that comes together to support our seat and support our pelvis. Feel the sense of support that embodying the pelvic floor gives us in life. Feel the conversation that the pelvic floor has with the earth. It's like, hello, earth. I'm here. And the earth goes, oh, hello. Somebody who's actually present inside the base that I have given them. Feel the communication. I often feel if this image helps, like an upside down rose within the center of my pelvic floor. And it's facing the earth. And as I breathe, this pelvic floor expands and it releases down into the earth. It's happening on the inhalation and exhalation phase. There's a buoyancy to the pelvic floor. And the rose blossom, if you like this image, blossoms down towards the earth. And then it beautifully, buoyantly pulls itself up again. But there's this communication, like a tidal rhythm of inhale and exhale as the pelvic floor tissue is living and breathing and communicates with the earth body. And notice the quality of safetiness here. Notice the quality of safetiness here. Feeling how when we are inside the base of support, the structure of support, and the buoyant breath within that structure, there's a communication with the Earth Mother. And in that communication, there's a welcoming home and a letting the earth know that I am here and I'm available. I am here and I am available. And just tracking one more time the living, breathing feet in contact with the earth. Maybe even sensing down into the earth. Fear often pulls us up away from her, and that's okay. But it's like a child who wants to go back to the mother to be held in safety, and the father. But there's this unconditional receptivity of the earth when we let her know we're here on her, in communication with her. Can you sense into the unwavering presence that she's got us? And we can feel that in the living, breathing essence of our bones. Just bringing a little bit of movement to the toes and the fingers again. Breathing, undulatory micro movements of the fingers and the toes. And let's also awaken the undulatory movement of the tailbone. Sensing into the tailbone alive, juicy and wet with life. This beautiful tailbone is the base of our nervous system. It's the base of our nervous system. And the pelvic floor is actually the base of our vagal nerve. So when we inhabit this tailbone and pelvic floor and we let these tissues know we are here, we are safe, the nervous system starts to regulate itself, especially in community when we do this together, that there's a ground for our system to drop. Sense that. Sensing the nourishment of the tailbone and the pelvic floor in presence lets the nervous system soften, spread, and open and breathe. Contacting the central channel, our midline, from this lower base of support. The spine, the somatic, energetic central channel that moves through our spine. The gut tube, another midline, mouth to anus. Letting these midlines, these channels move, undulate subtly. When we are frozen in fear, everything locks up and contracts. When there's a sense of safety, we can allow the subtle undulatory awakening of our spine to come back on. Letting that gentle rocking open through the spine, neck, and head. Undulatory wave motion through the spine. Presence down through the legs, seat, feet, and into the earth. We are being held by the earth. Softening the brow and the jaw. Letting the tongue widen and spread in the back of the throat. Letting the mask of the face soften. Audible, audible, audible exhale. Softening the jaw and letting some sound come out through the face. Just melting the face. You might even want to bring your hands over your face and let the tension melt off of your face. This beautiful face where the vagal nerve innervates. Letting the tension melt down and off of the face. Letting the eyes feel the safetiness of the contact of your hands. Extensions of the brain. Pouring a balm of safety into your face, eyes, brain. Just stroking your face. Just like a mother would with her sleeping child. The soft, loving touch of your hands. Feel your own caress. Traveling down to the throat. Stroking down to make contact with the heart in your own time. And in continuum, we're going to use a little sound here before I bring us to connect in with our group. I'd like you to just play with the sound, with our hands on our heart. And the heart, as some of you have been studying with me for a while, you'll know, and I can never forget this, because this piece I can remember 1,000 times and it still serves. This beautiful heart of ours is protected by a double-walled sac called a pericardium. And within that sac contains light, photon-rich fluid. Our heart is bathed and protected with light photons, everybody. Feel that. We didn't have to do anything to get this gift. This has been given. Sense into that heart. Sense into that heart. And starting to just create a little humming sound in the heart. With the hands over the heart. And just like we put a little pebble into water and we let the water ripple, so too our heart fluids receive our sound and it reverberates back into us. Continuing to use the hum sound. Hum. And then from that heart, we're going to merge the sound into a ma, om. Ma, the mother, the sound of the mother, into the om, the sound of the universe. But from an embodied state, and through this, they say that the earth makes the sound of om. So through our heart chamber, we're using the sound to connect with the heart of love from the mother, the great Ma, and the earth of Om. So it's going to sound and look like this. If you want to take a look, I'm going to let my hands come off my heart a bit. Ma. And I'm letting it fill my heart space, and I'm letting the heart naturally expand in its own time. I'm going to keep doing this now for about 3 or 4 more rounds. Making sure you catch your breath in between the sounds. You never want to hyperventilate. It's about receiving the sound in your body and in the field around your body. Micro movements of the fingers, letting your hands feel the field of your heart open, noticing what happens with the head as we go from this embryological C curve to a folding in and to a natural effervescent unfolding. Letting the body expand as she, he feel the truth in its own pace. own time and way, starting to bring the hands closer again towards the heart using the sound. Coming in slowly to connect back in towards the heart. And noticing and imagining, if this suits you, I've been feeling the whole earth in my heart. And with this Ma Om, it becomes like a prayer where I bring the Om and the Ma to the earth that I hold in my heart. So here, nestled in my heart, sits the earth. And through the sound and my conscious attention, I bring the earth, my love. The earth and all of her inhabitants. And when I'm in a state of love, I feel the sacred reciprocity of the earth and her love for me and my love for her. And this way of expanding out and coming back in is a cycle that all of nature does. Inhale, exhale, and this sacred pause between fear, trust, fear, trust, and the sacred pause between. And sensing how the seat and the low belly holds the heart. And how the heart can have heart roots down into the pelvic floor. And down through the legs. And down into the earth through the feet. Feeling your heart roots, the cardiac vessels. The light photon-rich fluid that is embodied through our fascial lines. This liquid crystalline matrix of our soma, housing light via fluid on earth, through our very beings. Feel the sacredness of you being held again by the earth. And hands wherever they land on the lap. Starting to gently and naturally turn the head from side to side. Eyes can stay closed. This just awakens the orienting response of the nervous system. When we turn our head slowly from side to side, there's a biofeedback loop to the amygdala in the brain that says, if our surroundings are safe right now, I am safe. Starting to take the light in through the eyelids. Gently, slowly, in your own time, opening the eyes to receive the room. Noticing the room you are in. Orienting to the outer world, receiving the outer world, that we are safe. Noticing the taste in the mouth, the sounds of my voice and the sounds of the room. Coming back into your senses and the perceptual world that helps us to orient to the here and now. And that the here and now we are safe. Letting that safety in through the eyes, and behind the eyes, set this amygdala, take in the safety and let it just touch these two almond-shaped little mechanisms in the brain, little glands, I guess, I don't know, glands in the brain. And let them just receive how safe you are. You don't have to know the anatomy so much, but let the communication to your amygdala go, I'm safe. Right now, I'm safe. And feel the brain quench that safety in. Quench the safety in. And take that safety in down all the way to the base of your spine, through the whole central nervous system, to the tip of your coccyx. Safety in through the nervous system. And slowly begin to orient back when you can, just to our beautiful group here. And see if you can stay in your own self as we connect with the outer world. See if you can connect to the sensations in your body, the here and now moment of the body, and receiving this beautiful group. Or if you're just seeing me, receiving me. Here we are in relation to another, soft and open, soft and open, recognizing that what we see in the person's face in front of us shows us if we're safe as well. The vagal system sees out and it listens, are we safe, through the gesture and mannerisms on the person's face. So just notice right now, taking in, letting the body settle down in this moment. You're safe. I can't see myself, so I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm going to trust you can see me. This moment, in this other, in this sacred other, and how we can take that into our quarantine, our self-isolation. You can do this with the mirror at home, drinking in the safety, in the eye contact that you have with yourself, and or invite the people that you live with to just take moments of kindness, looking into each other's eyes, letting the face melt,